Hello there and welcome back to Corey Loses, where today we are once again continuing our Fall the Republic 1.0 preview playthrough in the Outer Rim Sieges as the Confederacy of Independent Systems. In the last episode, we sent Trench and Dooku forward a little bit to take Bandamir and Mandalore from very light resistance, but we're also starting to close in on the core from this area over here. We're going to be working on getting an army for Sora to invade Centaurus with. But in the south, we are also preparing for an assault on Fondor, which we have some vision of from a spy last episode. But we are going to actually send in Kala for the Fondor attack now. They're about to invade Sarish. Where is Sarish? That's one of the new planets in this GC. Is it one of these ones? No, no. Scipio, Garki. Did I miss it? Duro. I must... Oh, it's over here. That's fine, I guess. Yeah, let's just build some of that. And for Empress Tita, I did want to build this, because we're probably going to have to fight them off a lot on ground here. So just having more ground defenses there is probably going to be the best for it. But Whiskey's asking, speaking of Jedi, how many units get Delta 7s or Eta 2s? They're not very common, but those aren't necessarily Jedi when you see them in space. I don't know necessarily that we're going to make like space Jedi heroes, but like the Republic does have other interceptor options that are already there. I guess waiting for an artillery piece there would be nice. I'm not sure what you mean then, DMCA. So for those watching on YouTube, this is being recorded on Twitch. So I am going to be trying to respond to questions in chat. Rip. So we'll probably need to be pretty quick on this. So that is a Dreadnought shipyard. Kala, go up there.
We'll be there shortly.
Auxilia's in the front. Providence there. Recusant. A couple more recusants.
Right away.
Alright, let's focus down the acclimators there. And I'm going to bring in some of these guys. Okay, there's their shipyard reinforcements. But that is the Dreadnought shipyard there. You can see. Just over here. Yeah, retreat doesn't care about hyperlanes. It just goes directly between planets. Oh shit. Here, let's still focus down the, so yeah, if you're retreating from a planet, it doesn't go through hyperlanes. It just retreats to the planet it wants to retreat to. And that applies to both the AI and the player. That's always how retreat works.
The primary target is the engine.
So even if you have stuff connected, it doesn't matter. It'll never use the actual hyperlanes.
Awaiting instruction. The engines are
Go for that. I'll try to keep these guys divided. And I'm not going to worry too much about the shipyard garrisons until after we've killed the real Venators.
attack position. We've lost our turbo lasers. They've destroyed our ion cannons.
Alright. You should be able to hit out there now. And let's start moving in towards the shipyard. With some of these guys.
The mission window is closing.
Take out their engines.
So yeah, I mentioned in the previous few episodes, but the fact that the garrison spawns from the shipyard are so far out is not intentional. It's just something with how big the game thinks the unit is. So that will be fixed probably after the playthrough is done. Depending on how far we actually get in this recording. But I think I mentioned it in the second episode that there's quite a bit that's actually changing in this playthrough, and by the point that this episode goes up, the overview for 1.0 should probably be available, so you'll be able to watch that on YouTube. But there's a lot that's changing, so there will be some bugs for a little while. It's always just the way of things. Alright, I think we can just kill this and that'll be it for the Invincibles. But you've seen a few more of the explosions in this battle as well, the updated ones. Alright, we want to make sure that Kala is not going to get killed by any spawns that come in, because she is a really good hero.
The engines are our primary target.
Oh, you are also wanted to be killed.
Requirements for success.
The lasers are our target. Target those lasers.
Alright, turn around, blow them up,
Dreadnoughts. Destruction is imminent.
and we're in range now for a couple of these guys, so we can start turning on abilities, blowing stuff up. There's going to be a lot of custom abilities coming with 1.0 and 3.0 as well for TR and Fall of the Republic. So I'll probably end up doing a video specifically about some of those a little bit into August. Poor Rakusan Dreadnought. Alright, we need to focus this guy down.
Our lasers are inoperable.
Is 3.0 the name for 2.4? Yeah, so we decided rather than keep doing like the smaller iterations like that to kind of reflect the actual changes that are actually happening, we'd call it 3.0, because really 2.3.6, we thought about that, but it was just because we'd announced how the faction releases were going to be working that we didn't, and then it's like, oh no, that's actually stupid. Let's just go with what the name better reflects, or yeah. So we just changed how we're labeling it. Because way too much is changing to just call it like 2.3.7, which was originally what was going to happen. Because originally 2.4 was going to be when the Hapens were playable, then like it would iterate with each faction added, but that ended up not making much sense for how development was actually going. Oh, Sarish. They're not even going to be able to send in ground units from there, so... Oh, it's happening again. I guess I'll cancel these just in case. Well, we might not even be able to defend with this. There's some Jedi, there's some A5s. I don't think there's an A6, though.
We've lost a build pad.
Alright, so let's get over there. Secure this.
We've secured a build pad.
Negative on visual scan. Pull out.
We've secured a build pad.
We still need to put something in to get rid of the the field bases between battles, because they're not meant to be persistent between battles.
We've lost a build pad.
Well, Anakin's tactic of deploying ATTs on asteroids from the episode Downfall of Droid on maps that have big enough asteroids ever be a feature. Maybe if we ever have a decent way of actually doing that, but it'd probably end up being really complicated to implement for a very small gameplay impact. These are all just getting run over. Okay, they're turning around. Because it'd probably just end up being like a thing you build on the asteroids, but then we also have to do like modifications to the maps for that and everything.
We've secured a build pad. We've lost a build pad.
Oh, get the ATT. That's the actual threat here.
We've secured a build pad. Turret construction.
So, I'm not sure what the exact radius of this is, but it will protect our base from some nefarious orbital deeds. Here, let's get you guys to go to the build
We've
pads.
secured a build pad.
Oh, and that's also something that I haven't really spoken about, because the CIS isn't a great place to talk about it, but you can see the
We've lost
extra
a build
infantry
pad.
indicators on
We've
the
secured
squads,
a
so
build
there will be more diverse roles within squads, but we've always had some difference in armaments, so Nohembre has been going through and making those even more different, but also giving the extra indicators of what's going on with them, because they weren't documented super well before. But now you should know what's going on in their squads, who you have left, what they're armed with.
Construction complete. Our base is under attack. We've secured a build pad.
I might have to start sending some of this stuff back to the base,
A build pad.
because like we're pulling them off of their base, off of the base with some of these assaults, but
Turret constructed.
not quite enough. As long as they don't destroy the actual shield gen, then we're probably fine. And this is a new structure model that Bob made for the shutter shield.
Construction complete.
Eventually, we will have like fully unique models for all the CIS and Republic structures, but we're in the middle of reworking a lot of the galactic economy stuff, and we're tending to focus on art assets that have bigger impact directly on gameplay. Because like a structure is a structure. It's nice when they're unique, but usually like a unit model or other stuff that looks worse is you get more of an impact for it. But it is something that we are going to be doing over time, especially once we know what each of the structures we're doing will be, because that's a little bit in flux right now.
We've secured a build pad.
Got him. Alright, so we want the turbo lasers and other base shields. If you don't mind me asking, what are the government resource buttons do? So I mentioned this a little bit in the first episode, but the government button is the same one that used to be right here. That was just same mechanics, but people didn't really notice it, so it's a lot more evident right now. And resources is something we'll be going over more in specific videos for it, and probably the Republic playthrough that's happening after this one, or whatever happens for the next TR playthrough. So we'll get the artillery, and we'll get one more week of income, and then we're gonna go in. We could send Trench to Brental. I don't really want to go that far in yet, till we've got Kashyyyk. But we are holding off these guys. And there's no ground units in orbit, so we would have known if there was anything coming. Oh, this is where the... I did build stuff that I never sent in.
Heading course.
Enemy fleet approaching.
Garki, I'm not interested in fighting whatever they're sending.
That's a lot of firepower.
Would have been too much. But they're away from the core. Alright, well, let's pull these guys out.
Tactical battle imminent.
We only have 27 credits. Yeah, we can do some damage here. Not a lot, but we can do some. Can't get any turrets. Maybe kill a few units, though.
Ready. Yes, sir. Moving.
I do like this map.
Ready for attack. Droid unit online.
Already.
We've
What's the
secured
capturable
a
there?
port pad.
Oh, that's a turbo laser turret.
Roger.
So let's go down here then. So we've got the ARC Commandos, but we also have new models for Delta Squad coming, which will also include Clone Commandos, being actual units you can use outside of Delta Squad in the next version. So that'll be coming. That'll be another thing that we look at a bit more with the Republic playthrough.
Registering noise.
Our base is under attack.
Negative on visual scan. Abandoning conflict.
Give me just a few seconds.
Roger that. Right away. Moving fire. Attack order confirmed. Weapons armed.
Alright, generic Jedi, not super powerful.
Move out. Right away. Moving to area.
Alright, come back around here. I think if we get these as they're coming around the corner,
Registering noise.
it'll be
Warm up. Orders.
a bit easier to deal with. Especially because we have all these extra spider droids.
Going. I copy. Attacking. Targeting.
Will aqua droids be added? No.
Destination.
You can't really do underwater combat in the AW.
Warning. This way. Acknowledged.
Ready to destroy the clones.
We've secured a port pad. Our base
Right, there's 1 out of 3 LAATs.
Target confirmed.
Give up, clone.
Advance.
Okay, let's just run in on these ones now.
unit destroyed.
And we need the MTT.
Unit destroyed.
Roger.
We lost a port pad.
Alright, there's the second of 3. But I want to kill the ATTE first before it can run away. Because they're pretty fast once they get going. No, come on. There we go. Alright, now get... I think with all the things together, we can get around the corner.
Don't get too close.
Advancing.
Droids are looking for.
Done.
Unit destroyed.
So, find your target.
Open fire. Right away. Attack order confirmed. Advance. Weapons armed. Coming in.
Program loaded.
Yes, sir. Attacking. Targeting.
I don't know how much more they have in reserve. Oh shit, that was terrible.
Destroyed.
So it probably doesn't matter how much more they have in reserve.
Roger. Move out.
We'll fight them for the
Why is the Imperial artillery so much better than the Rebel? I mean, I wouldn't say it is.
Yes.
I think MPTLs are incredibly strong.
Roger that.
Alright, let's try to stay up here then.
Warm up. Orders.
Our base is under attack.
Might be out of range.
Affirmative.
Yeah. Alright, we'll just stay here so we can grab them when they come in range.
Target confirmed. Reporting.
Might be able to grab this one. Yep, I think we got it.
Advance. Target acquired. Engaging. Waiting. Engaging.
Go. Find your target.
Armed and ready.
Alright, that lad's gonna get away. Yeah, they really... They didn't skip a single day of flight school.
Roger, roger.
Enemy bombardment is
Our
ready.
base is under attack. We've lost a build pad.
All out.
We've lost the abandoned turbo laser tower.
You trying to leave?
We've secured
Rip.
a build pad.
Yes, sir. Destination acknowledged. Roger.
Unit destroyed.
I would really like to kill all of their stuff,
Base is under attack.
but it might not actually be possible to do so. We can kill you. You are overly committed now.
Roger that. Attacking.
Oh, I guess you could just go down that way. That's fine too. So never mind.
Warm up.
I figured it'd try to retreat this way. But there's the lat, so
Destroyed.
we got it.
Target confirmed.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
I copy. Advance.
For the Separatist Alliance.
Reporting. Done.
We've secured a build pad.
We killed it. These guys can die in peace now. Oh, never mind. You're alive. I never said you could die. I was always going to fight for you
We've secured
and your families.
unit destroyed. Unit destroyed.
Got him. Several successful defenses this episode, or this playthrough. Okay, we just need the money, and then we can invade. The money and the artillery. So I never actually got it to move.
Careful.
Duro.
Training.
I'm gonna get a bunch of B2s, because B2s are the greatest.
Tactical battle imminent.
I mean... Ooh. Sneaky, maybe? I don't know.
Constructing.
Alright, Sora,
Ground invasion.
let's go. So A5, I think this will be A5s as well. 1 and infinite. 4 and infinite. Okay. I'm not sure which map this has now. I think it used to be the Denon map?
Transmit the order.
Yeah, I think it was the Denon map.
I'll help any way I can.
There are a few maps that are even more common right now than they usually are, because I just replaced the like 50 that got cut with the same one. So we still need to go through, figure out the exact ones that work best for each planet,
Capacity.
and we will figure it out from there.
We've secured a build
Yeah.
pad.
Building started.
We've
I'm with
secured
you.
a build pad. Turret
Stay
constructing.
close to me. I see it. Be right there.
Reporting.
Alright, so we're gonna go out this way.
Selected.
here.
And I'm probably going to build a sensor node there.
Awaiting orders.
Construction complete. Let me help you. Don't
Okay, so it's this one that had, like, this is a kind of rock, like, a variant of that map.
How can I help you? I'm on them. Skywalker here. I'll be there. I understand.
Alright, we want this. You guys, we want back here.
We've secured a build pad.
And we
We've
want
secured a build pad.
sensor.
Where do you need me?
We
Going
lost
after them.
a build pad.
Checking range. Opening fire.
Unit.
I guess we'll send these over there. Ooh, this is way too much. Sora,
Waiting your signal. I'm on.
you're up too far.
Understood.
Unit destroyed.
Alright, can you nuke
We've
them?
secured a build pad.
Copy. I'm going.
Choose your
Alright, we're gonna bring some persuaders down. We haven't really used any super heavy vehicles in this playthrough yet. And
turret constructed.
it's resulted in higher losses because we have nothing to really tank. So I would like to build like a Magna droid or something soon.
Unit destroyed.
Let's get in there.
Unit destroyed.
Similar to our community challenge losses.
Property.
Oh, there's another one. We're gonna have to fight infinite
Unit destroyed.
of them, so
Unit
On my way.
destroyed.
Right. Unit destroyed. Skywalker reporting.
Forming squad.
the Trident may happen, but like its actual function isn't something that necessarily works great in Empire at War.
Base is under attack.
I copy. Got it. Yes.
Roger that. Warm up.
We've secured a build pad.
I copy.
We've lost a build pad.
Alright, I want to take another landing zone.
Destroyed.
Because we kind of need numbers for this.
Moving to area.
Oh, kill that.
Forming squad. Hey,
It'd be really epic if I could see their base. And then kill their base.
We've secured a landing zone.
hey, nice.
No, the Trident isn't the UTAT.
We've secured a build pad.
I'm with you. Be right there.
Our
Unit
base
destroyed.
is under attack.
Alright, we're gonna try to use Sora to get some vision.
Stay close to me.
Sensor node.
Okay, let's grab that there.
Easiest bullseyeing womp rats. Got it. I'll help any way I can.
Can we just get to the corner so we can actually see this? Yes, we can. Alright,
Bombardment available.
Heading there now.
Gold Squadron commencing attack.
alright. Now we can move in a little bit more.
Choose your reinforcements.
Oh, there we go.
Incoming.
We're gonna lose vision.
Heading out.
Give me just a few seconds.
Consider this. CIS attack. Consider yourself
You can count on me.
Base is under attack.
getting shot.
How can I help you?
Alright, Sora, you can take the day off.
I'll be there.
You've done a lot. You've gotten us some vision. That's all I really need from anyone. It's always about the vision.
Air units detected. Downloading instruction. Keep blocking the sky.
Oh, look at that.
At maximum weight capacity.
Assignment accepted.
Hardened for combat. Yes, General.
Alright,
Yes, sir. Heading out.
the final approach on the last structures. Star Wars Episode 7, the last structures. Okay, you're a bit far ahead.
We've secured a build pad.
Can the artillery do AA? Technically, all the artillery can hit air units, but right now it is solely artillery. Once we have the HAG, we might switch it and make it an AA gun.
Lost a build pad. Unit destroyed.
Roger that. Attack orders confirmed.
We've secured a build pad.
Forming
Alright.
squad.
I'll just send them for a parade down there, I guess.
Fall out. Orders.
We've lost a build pad.
Moving. Destination acknowledged. Commencing. You're just like the rest.
We've secured a build pad. We've secured a build pad. We've lost a build pad.
Targeted.
We've lost a
Alright,
build
and there's an ATPT up there. Oh, and there's also this Juggernaut. So we need to deal with that. Nope, they're leaving.
We've captured an abandoned sensor array.
Alright, so I think that's going to do it for today's episode. So thanks for watching, everyone. We are going to keep going here on Twitch. But for those of you watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. Hope you're enjoying the series so far. Hope to see you next time. Bye.